Yeah, what everyone's favorite memory of the shoot was.
Okay, well, I have quite a few. Good lord. I really loved the ending. They kind of kept me on the floor, covered in blood for a long time. And then when it was finally time for me to get up, I was glued to the floor. Literally, they had to pull me up, and the accident of like ripping the back of my arm. Oh. I know.
That's your favorite memory?
Like how often do you get glued to the floor?
Every night.
Every week. It was between that and figuring out how to guard my skills from Darren.
I like Skittles.
My favorite memory was rolling with Paris Hilton. She had this big chauffeur-driven Escalade, and actually Alexa and I and Gus was on behind the wheel, and we rolled one night. Went to restaurants, went to see Kid Rock, went through like the kitchen, the secret passageways. Paparazzi blasted me with, I was like behind Paris, but it was so exciting. I fell in love with showbiz on that night.
Repo really was like a carnival. The sanitarium square was set up, and every time you walk there, usually when you show up to a set, it's very, I don't want to say serious, but everyone's there to work. They do the job, put their lights up, they say their lines. With this, we had such a crazy group of background people as well. Every time you watch the movie, you can find like weird people in the background. One of my favorite memories was and I have this in the behind the scenes at some point we'll release. They're all in Sanitarium Square, and Bill Moseley and Paul Sorvino are sitting there, and there are these cross-dressers, very good-looking cross-dressers. I walked up, I was like, damn, they're hot, and then I was like, no, those are guys. Paul Sorvino, I walked by, and there's all these like people and weird stuff, and Paul Sorvino's throwing game, and no one can tell Paul that's a guy.
What happens in Repo stays in Repo.
The eclectic group of people that were there every single day made it like a carnival and made it fun to actually show up. So I think that was my favorite thing.
Yeah,
There's lots of memories of recording, but talking about from set, actually one of them involved walking around, just kind of wandering around set one day, and there were.
Oh, when she was naked?
For DVD stuff, but in character. So I just was kind of wandering around and could hear Shiloh talking off like from the Wallace house. So I just kind of wandered in and sort of sat in the back. And you were in. Do you remember doing that? You were in character.
I wonder where those interviews are.
There was a treasure sheet of stuff never released. So
Yeah, about me showing up on set naked.
yeah, we have that.
I want to hear more.
My favorite moment, besides Darren doing his Madam Butterfly with those guys/girls, was when I was doing my scene. Of course, I'm no actor, so I shoot my wad before the film's even in the camera. I was like running back and forth, and I'm just dying. I didn't even know like I could even take one more shot until the choreographer, one of the girls here, dancers here, she was telling me these sex jokes or sex. And it was like straight out of like Penthouse Forum, you know. She would whisper in my ear, and she's like, "What if I were doing that?" And suddenly he'd be like, "Action!" I'd be like, "Okay, I'm ready." Fire down again, and finally she's like, "What if I were like doing this, and then there's this other woman who's not your wife?" And I'm like, "Wait a minute. She has to be my wife. I'm not." That's a great time. That's why I'm so manic up there, because of all the sex talk that was actually my method acting.
I was only on set for one day, but I'll give you my favorite Repo memory. When we were doing the stage show in New York, we were trying to promote it. This is 2005.
Yeah.
We were trying. This is how grassroots we are. We were trying to promote it. So all the actors, this doesn't happen in New York, by the way, dressed up in costume and went to Times Square and just handed out flyers. We're like, "Please come to our show." That's why you
there's a lot of favorite moments, I guess. A lot of awesome
favorite.
You will trouble it.
I'll threaten you with no pantyhose. My favorite moment was actually the first day of shooting. I think we all kind of felt we were doing something special, but there's a lot of variables. You know, there's the music, there's the casting, there's the production design. And it was the very first day, we actually relatively shot the film in order. So it was the first scene between Nathan and Shiloh, and Alexa had on the bald cap. And I remember we were all sitting around the monitors, and it was just magical. It was like, it was watching, it was like, it's working. You know what I mean? Like, you have all this apprehension, even though you want it to work, you never really know. But walking in and seeing it, seeing Anthony and Alexa, seeing Darren in action, seeing the design in action, it was like, we've won. And so for me, that first day, even though maybe some of the other days might have been better, that first day was a victory.